Okay, well, now we need to talk to you about a link that we had sent you because this worked so well last time. We figured let's try this again.
All righty.
Bix and I, on a previous episode, had talked about wrestling audition tapes. I have a few from Dennis's collection, and Beau James, our friend, a friend of Bix and I, a friend of yours, our resident East Tennessee expert here on 605, sent me some YouTube clips that he had put up of different people auditioning for Southern States Wrestling. One of them is a match that I'm not going to say anything about before we watch it, other than to say a few things. This is the match.
You're not going to say anything, but you'll say a few things.
I'm going to try not to give away too much. Here's what I want to say. According to Beau, one of the guys in the match has been working for 20 years. Another thing you should note is that it's the audition tape for a wrestler named Rock and Roll Roy Toy. I have no idea which one of the wrestlers is Rock and Roll Roy Toy because it's not at all, he's not named in the video. It's just he sent this video in and here's Rock and Roll Roy Toy. It is a three-way match, and Beau very much wanted me to stress on the air that he never has hired any of these workers. This wasn't for him. This is not one of his shows. He put the tape on YouTube as an audition tape, but he has no involvement with any of the wrestlers that you're about to see. And with that, I sent you a link.
I have the link up now. I have my finger on the clicker. Should I click on this?
You should click. The video should be set up to 1 minute and 6 seconds in, which skips a lot of the minutia beforehand.
It certainly is.
And
it is.
Tell me when you press play.
And I've just pressed it. It looks like they're in a, I don't know what they're in somebody's living room with curtains across the back, and there are 5 people sitting in one front row. The bell has just rung, and there's 2 guys with a lockup, but another big fat fuck just broke it up. And now a guy just ran off into the ropes of his own volition and fell down in front of another guy. And now the guy that he fell down in front of is picking him up and shooting him off left-handed. Wait a minute, a guy in a white T-shirt just walked in front of the camera and screwed the whole thing up. Oh, but now they're continuing to fight. We have a tracking error. And now the big white-shirted fat fuck just fell down. It appears he might have had a heart attack because nobody hit him. The referee is shaking his head and wondering why he can't get back to Jiffy Lube quick enough. Now, the one guy tried to clothesline, but the guy that clotheslined the other guy fell down himself because the other guy just ran through his clothesline and knocked him down. The guy in the white T-shirt is now locked up with another of the guys in a T-shirt. And there's a shoot-off. A clothesline. The guy actually took a bump that got clotheslined. We're improving here. They're on the job training, learning as they go. I'm still not sure which one is Rock and Roll Roy Toy.
No, there's a guy in white, guy in black, guy in red.
Yes.
Which is helpful.
There's the, drop kick to the stomach. but the guy that got drop kicked just beat the guy that drop kicked him up to his feet, and now they lock up again.
The guy in the white shirt is bounced up from everything so far. He hasn't sold.
Well, it's because he's so fat. He has to bounce up.
Are we sure this isn't Lucha Underground?
Wait a minute. I think, yes, this is an audition tape for Lucha Underground. They were going to clothesline the guy in the white T-shirt, but he fell down first. And now the referee's telling the other guy, while they're not looking at you, maybe you can slip out unnoticed. This has had 474 views on. Oh, because Beau James says, I've been promoting wrestling for 20 plus years and have gotten hundreds of videos from people wanting to get booked. I have kept the really good ones and really bad ones, and I'm wondering which one that he thinks this is. And one of the comments says, "Dear Lord, all I can think of is there's a perfectly good ring amidst all this crap." It does look like a nice ring. They have red, white, and blue turnbuckle pads. Either there's now a hold or the guy in the white T-shirt is crying and the other guy's comforting him.
Jim, which one of these guys do you think is the one who's been working for 20 years?
Apparently the referee, because he's the only one that looks embarrassed. Oh my God, it was almost a sidewalk slam, but the guy couldn't pick the big fat guy in the white up, so he just drug himself down. The referee's trying to quick count him, but nobody will stay covered. Oh, the guy in the red just shot the guy in the black off into the ropes where he jumped over the guy in the white and then was drop kicked and fell on the guy in the white. I think that's a hernia.
and is now also a dwarf in front of the camera. I don't know if you've noticed.
Lean against the pool table. Yes.
Another left-handed shoot off that clothesline. The guy actually landed on his head.
Oh.
Now, who was the other video that I watched? Was that P-Bay Diaz?
P-Bay Diaz.
Yes, he just became Ricky Steamboat. Because this is, I would hesitate to say, now the 3 people just got up out of the front row and walked out. That means there's 4 left.
And now someone just shoved the dwarf in front of the camera. Or no, that wasn't the dwarf. He shoved someone. Now people look getting into a fight in front of the camera.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think there's a riot in the audience. The referee just quick counted one of them to get it out of there. That obviously was not the finish, and now a bunch of people just jumped in. Okay.
So Beau had sent us this, and along with this link, he had sent us a link for a few other auditions he received, and one of them, Bix and I were both stunned to find out, we probably shouldn't have been, is someone you had also received an audition tape from, a wrestler known only as Godbold.
Godbold. I remember Godbold. Yes, I do. I have a feeling that he sent out a lot of those videos.
Well, the one you described sounded even better than the ones Beau posted.
Well, I don't know what Beau's looked like, but I can pretty much tell you that the one that I got was, I believe it was him just sitting there playing a guitar. I'm not sure.
You said something about the guitar glowing, or?
Yeah, there was some kind of fiber optic business going on, and the guy was sitting there next to his pet dog, and I saved some of the tapes just because you could tell that it looked like it was put together like a ransom note, where there was just writing at odd angles all over the whole tape, and the labels were all over the place, and
it came from Mike Lano.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Oh my God. Yeah, but poor Lano. I really enjoyed him before he got too much on the nitrous, but some people would send, and of course, but then now I got an audition tape from these 2 other clowns named Storm and Jericho, and that worked out for the best. But it was either feast or famine in the 90s, definitely, with these audition tapes.
Now, was Godbold during the Smoky Mountain era? I would think it was, given it's another East Tennessee promotion.
Actually, I think I got that. I'm going to have to go through my cabinet, because I have some really award-winning stuff in my cabinet. I'm going to have to go through that, but I think it was during the WWF days, because I got a lot of tapes in Smoky Mountain, but I got a ton of tapes in the WWF, because no matter who they were addressed to in the office, they ended up in a box in my office. And I was allegedly supposed to look at those and see if there was anything of note that, and you can be sure I went through a bunch of them.